Can I ask you something? Have you ever tucked tissues underneath your bra? Have you ever perhaps avoided wearing light colors, maybe white clothing, to avoid sweat marks on your tops? Maybe you've adjusted your bra in the corner where no one else is looking, or maybe you've sat in front of a fan, looking to just fan your chest when you're hot. If you said yes to any of those scenarios, welcome. You are in the right place and on the right channel. In this video, I'm going to explain to you why my business Body PH exists, where the idea came from, and what I am here to do. Because this isn't just a brand story, this is a conversation that should have started ages ago. The problem that nobody talks about. Here's something I find quite funny. Us as women, will discuss people that we're dating, we'll happily share skincare, makeup tips, we'll talk about Love Island or something. But when it comes to boob sweat, that seems to be a topic of discussion that just never ever happens. Meanwhile, there are thousands of women out there who are stuffing tissues underneath their bras, feeling uncomfortable from boob sweat, boob rash, just anything related to the chest area. And I just became so tired of it. These are just discussions that are not happening. I've come to realize that boob sweat and or boob rash is not a niche topic of discussion. And it's not something that just a small number of women deal with. This is something that probably thousands of women out there deal with every single day. Probably more so during the summer season that we're experiencing right now. The only thing is that they're dealing with it in silence. This is a story of how I was inspired to start Body PH. So I'm gonna go back to April 2020. And if you remember what happened during April 2020, the whole world was shut down thanks to COVID-19, and we were all adjusting to these new rules of, social distancing and being told to, stay indoors most of the day and, not go out and socialize. Weirdly enough, in the UK in April, we might see some sunshine. Sometimes there have been years where we haven't seen sunshine, but that particular year, I will never forget this. We got hit with a heat wave and we couldn't go out and socialize. That is actually crazy. So the UK was experiencing a heat wave in the first lockdown, and during the heat waves or during the summer, I actually experience under boob sweat. I typically experience under boob sweat, whether it's during exercise or if I go braless. As you can see, I am a full of busted lady. I'm petite, but I'm still full of busted, and boob sweat is something that I've been experiencing for a number of years now, and it becomes a lot worse, especially in the summer, but more so in a heat wave. So one night I was asleep and I was, deep in a deep slumber, and I could feel the sweat dripping down my chest, and I was slowly coming out of subconscious from my dream thinking I need to go get some tissues and wipe this down because I cannot. The tuck-in, my method was to just tuck my tops underneath my bra, and I don't sleep with a bra on, so I literally was tucking a top underneath my bosoms thinking that was going to help, but it wasn't a sustainable option to help with boob sweat. So woke up, went downstairs to the bathroom to go get some tissues, and then patted down my chest, and then as I was trying to fall back asleep, suddenly a light bulb flashed over my head. So you remember in like cartoons where they would get an idea and then a light bulb would flash over their head? That's literally what happened to me, and I thought, hold on a second, there has to be a product that can help women with this, and I cannot be the only one. So I literally thought, tennis players have sweatbands for their heads, their wrists, and I thought there has to be some sort of sweatband for the chest area for women. And from there on in, that's what sparked the idea for Body PH. More so for the first product in the shape of our bra liners. When I thought of that, everything just flipped and changed for the better, because when I started to research more into it, I realized this is a product that is not generally out there in the market. And I thought someone has to change that. And I thought that has to be me. If no one's going to do it, it has to be me. I need to be that woman who helps other women who also experiences underboob sweat. Why the name Body PH? It's really random. So a couple of years ago, I used to drink religiously, actually I would say religiously drink a particular branded water called Pina, and on that bottle it had the symbol pH on it. And then for pH levels, that's actually that could, because water, sweat, a liquid, I thought that's quite clever. I could probably take that and add that to the business. So I thought of the keywords in what the brand was going to be helping women with. So I thought of terms like body, skin, nude. With the product, what is it that I'm actually helping women with? Like, what area on the body am I helping women with? And so yeah, I thought of those key terms. And then I thought, how am I gonna mix in pH? So I actually took pH, and then I also thought to take my name but spelled in PAGE, you know, like an actual page. And I thought, maybe page skin, page body, pH skin, pH nude, nude pH. You know, I was like playing around with all those words. And then when I landed on body pH, somehow that just clicked, and I thought that's actually very clever. So I'm helping women with their bodies, but in terms of their pH levels, like with sweat. But then that actually led me to the slogan for the business. So I thought, okay, well, how do I want women to feel? You know, it's, you know, how do I want women to remember what body pH is here for and what it's here to do? And I thought of keywords, you know, empowerment, freedom, comfortable, confidence, support, all those other, you know, positive, feel-good words. And I thought, okay, so you know how if you go to a health professional, they will tell you, you know, your blood needs a pH balance. Basically, so many areas on our bodies has a pH balance. So our scalp, our skin, our blood, our urine, even our vaginas have a pH level. And I thought, okay, I'm gonna spin that and turn it to say, I want this business to help women find their pH levels in comfort, support, and confidence. I thought those are the top 3 key terms in how I want women to feel when they wear my products. Also, a little side note, PH are actually my first and last name initials. So if you know me on a personal level, not only is pH linked to obviously sweat and liquid, which is literally what pH is a measure of. So not only does it stand for that with sweat levels, it's also a personal touch on adding me as the founder into the name of the business. So what is this really about? I'm gonna be completely real here. Body PH was never about, you know, trying to find a product or create a product and flog it off and sell it. It wasn't just about a bra liner or anything. It was more so to help women and start that conversation to talk about boob sweat. It was more so to start a conversation that you don't really hear people talking about often. And I wanted to be that woman who changes that. I really want women to know that sweating is normal. It's a healthy bodily function. I want them to know that wanting to feel dry and comfortable isn't being high maintenance. I also want women to know that looking after the skin underneath your breasts is just as important as the skin on our faces and, you know, the other parts of our bodies that we take care of every single day. And I also want women to know that they do not have to put up with discomfort just because no one else is talking about it. Whenever I've received online orders or whenever I've met women, you know, out in person and they tell me, oh my gosh, I also experience under boob sweat, and oh my gosh, I never realized that there was a product out there that can help. That honestly brings me so much relief and comfort knowing that there are other women out there and they can find a solution that can make them feel more supported every day with under boob sweat or boob rash, because women deserve to get that peace of mind back into their daily life. They can stop worrying about adjusting their bras. They can stop worrying about under boob sweat marks on their tops. They can stop worrying about thinking twice about their outfit or worrying that they have to get changed in the middle of the day. Comfort creates confidence in ways that we don't understand until we actually experience it. And that's exactly what this channel, Body PH, and this entire conversation is here to give you. On this channel, you are amongst friends here. We have all been there, and you no longer have to keep dealing with it quietly. I'm honestly so excited to see where this journey takes me, because I've never launched a business before. This is my first business. I also balance this business with a 9-to-5 job, and honestly, my passion for just helping women is what fuels me to keep on going. If anyone asks me, how do you do it? My passion for Body PH is what gets me going, and to see that it becomes something memorable. And the bra liners are also a product that should be out there. I mean, I am just so proud. So here are the bra liners. They come in 3 colors: brown, black, and beige. And honestly, I just cannot believe that I created these, and it's part of a business that I've made on my own, solo. Women deserve to feel the comfort, support, and confidence that this brings me on a daily basis. If you've ever felt embarrassed by sweat, please don't, because your body is doing exactly what it is programmed to do. And if you thought that you was the only one who experienced underboob sweat and or rash, you are not. If you ever wish that there was someone else that you could share these conversations with, that's exactly what I'm here for. If this resonated with you, please leave a comment and let me know. Share your stories on your experience with boob sweat. And if this is the first time that you're hearing about Body PH or bra liners, please let me know. Body PH is a UK based business, but we do ship orders across to the EU, Canada, the US, and Australia. If you know someone who also experiences underboob sweat and or rash, please share this video with them. Like, subscribe to hear more, because on this channel I share more about skin pH, sweat levels, and how to take care of your skin in a better way for skin pH comfort. Cheers to more comfort, more confidence, and a future where women do not have to suffer in silence anymore with something that is generally normal. Until next time, I hope this video brought you pH balance in comfort, support, and confidence. Bye.